Everybody loves the tuners, and Mattel knows that. So that's why they always try to release them as often as possible. But even for those cars that people love and they'll buy no matter how many times they get released, they still got to make them exciting. So in 2024, Mattel decided to redo all of their With Flames variants to, of course, now be made in Thailand, just about over a decade after their initial releases in 2013. Now, I've been doing a good job of trying to review them all, getting them on time and everything. I did Wingo, DJ, but not Boost, because unfortunately I could not find a second Boost with Flames on the 2024 Red Riders card. So that's why, unfortunately, I have to skip over Boost, and we're just moving right along with Snot Rod, the last one out of the four that they did in 2024. They did a great job, though, I think, in 2024 with releasing all four of them and spreading them out, because I think it was Wingo that was first, and he was in case, I think, E. So just, a few cases in, and then they kept doing every other case, every case, sometimes I think, kind of thing. And well, they ended up doing Snot Rod in case M. So yeah, I think they did a great job kind of spreading them out. And today, I will finally be reviewing this guy, Snot Rod, or as I have to call him, Plain Pot. I think that's actually a better name than Snot Rod. I don't know if that's the French version or the Spanish version of his name, something, but either way, it's fun to say. But either way, welcome back to the Cars Garage, everybody. Today, going to be reviewing this guy who just came out of 2024 Singles Case M, the final case of the year. A lot of other great cars in the case, and I'm kind of wondering why I didn't decide to start with this guy. I actually started with GRC Cruz Ramirez. I opened her first, then I opened Byron Crashforth, and now on to Snot Rod with Flames. But I don't know. I know that people love the tuners. I just kind of wanted to review the other ones first because they're actually new, whereas this one's only a new variant, but it is still very cool. Of course, as seen in cars, we got Mater with his sign on the back, Corey Turbowitz, Brush Kerber for Fiber Fuel, Cactus Lightning McQueen, the Nitro Raid Racer, Alan Aiken Axler, and then Mandy Frenderbender. Really, really cool to see her stock image, actually, because as you may or may not know, she is in 2024 Singles Case M, the last case of the year. She is an uncanceled car, and she's the Taco Man crew chief, which obviously people have been wanting forever. But unfortunately, she's not in the half count version of the case, so that's why I still don't have her. But I did buy her online, so hopefully she comes in eventually. And she's really skyrocketed in price. She now goes for around $100 on eBay already, plus shipping, which is just absolutely insane because she was just on there. I mean, just a few days ago, I saw a listing with two Mandys, and it was like $75 with shipping and everything. I wish I would have bought that now, but I thought even that was expensive, so I didn't. And now she's just really skyrocketed in price like crazy. So I don't know if I'll ever get a second Mandy. Don't know if I'll ever be able to open her and review her. But either way, we have this orange car who's also in the same case. It's not Mandy, but it's Snot Rod with Flames, and I think he looks pretty darn cool. But let's take a look at his artwork for a second here. Really, really cool. I love how he's kind of drifting across the Red Riders racetrack, and then you can see his flames coming out. Obviously, the flames aren't as crazy as they, are on the diecast, as, we see them in the movie like this, but they do get pretty high in the movie at some points, but we don't really, see them like this, extremely ignited for all that much time. It's only just a few seconds. It's really just when he kind of takes off, but we'll take a look at that later on when I show you where he appears at. For now, let's bust open Snot Rod, or Plain Pot, with his flames. We was just rebels and do what was told when they asked me how we leveled up without us getting stuck. We just muscled up. Not only is Snot Rod the best looking tuners member, but he's also probably got the biggest heart, I would say, at least, because even though we don't really know much about any of the tuners, as characters, other than that they're kind of rebellious, I feel like Snot Rod is probably the least rebellious one. I think he just kind of tags along because, well, this is why. Because of his little biography in the Meet the Cars book, we learn that he was the last member to join the Tuners gang, and he met the gang after his doctor told him to head west for fresher air to hopefully alleviate his chronic sneezing allergies. So that's the only reason he really joined the Tuners gang. He really doesn't seem to fit in. I mean, he's not a Tokyo Japanese import. And I don't know, he does look, he has like a unique color. He fits in that way, but he is really just an American muscle car. So he doesn't really fit the bill, I guess, to join the Tuners in looks, even though he does look cool. It's a different kind of sports car. You know what I mean? And also, he doesn't have like those, flames like all these guys have. It's like I don't know what you'd call this. It's like see-through, like very multicolored type of flames. In the movie they're like different colors, like all gradients and stuff. Like he just has fire for his flames. So he is very different. And he doesn't really seem like to talk at all. We don't hear him say one word in the first Cars movie. He just grunts and sneezes and stuff. So I don't know. He just doesn't really seem to fit in with the other tuners. And that's why I think that he has the biggest heart. I don't know, but maybe I could be completely wrong. Maybe he's like the silent but deadly type. I'm not really sure. But either way, he definitely has the best looking flames, in my opinion. Even though I love all the other flames, they're very cool. Some have two. But Snot Rod, he has two. And it's like full on fire flames. So I just have always loved his flames. Always loved his blown engine. I've just always loved everything about Snot Rod. But I'll show you where he appears at in the movie with his flames, of course. They start off as just little itty bitty flames, of course, but when he sneezes, they, fully ignite and become like fire flames. And the last sneeze that he does actually causes Mac to wake up so that he doesn't crash while sleeping on the interstate. But it's funny how people always say that about the tuners. They really put the movie into motion. Without them, McQueen would have never fell off the trailer, wouldn't have went to Radiator Springs, all that, and it's true. It really is true. I never thought about that as a kid, but the tuners really did help shape the world of cars as we know it today. But anyways, his blown engine, I think that's probably the most different part about this new variant. It's definitely quite a bit different because it's not just the color. Like the color obviously looks quite a bit more silverized now. Doesn't look really as plasticky as it did before. I don't like how you see these lines running through the top there, but oh well. Other than that, it looks better. And then this, like the little red dots are like red now instead of orange. So that's another change. But it's not just the colors. It really is like the shape of it. It looks more, I don't know, just like curvy, I guess, less boxy. And like, look at that dial thing there. Like the circle is quite a bit bigger. Like before it was a small one. I don't know why they would change that, but looking off to the side at the artwork, I'll try to show you guys. I feel like it looks more accurate. Like that is a bigger circle there, I would say. So they definitely made changes for the better. I'm sure they didn't change it just with this release. I think that the regular Snot Rod from Thailand, which they made back in 2020, probably also, had the exact same looking blown engine, but I just don't have it, so it's new to me. And then I would say like the top part too, definitely looks more accurate now too. It's less boxy and more curvy, especially at the bottom. It's definitely more curvy. Before it was more of just like a rectangle with some, curves on the corners, but I don't know. Now it's more like its own shape. It's not really a rectangle anymore. It's cool. I like how they changed it. Definitely for the better. I love when Thailand does stuff like that, changes for the better, because they don't always do that. Sometimes they'll like change the color and make it, a pink Holly shift wheel or a yellow Eldorado, or they'll do something stupid. I don't know. But I think they did a better thing with this blown engine here. I think they made a change for the better. So that's cool. The grill looks pretty nice still. I feel like it looks more painted. Before, like it would kind of chip. Looked more like a plasticky sticker that they would stick on, like a compressed paint sticker. Whereas now it's just like real paint, I guess. I don't know. It looks to be that way at least. I don't like the SR as much anymore, though it's a little bit hard to see. It says SR there with like a slash going through the letters. Means Snot Rod, of course. But I don't know. Looks nice. His mouth, obviously, it's still open. It wasn't on the regular Snot Rod, so he's the only member of the tuners with flames to have a different expression, I believe. All the other ones, I think, had the same expression, so Snot Rod is different for that, too. And the mouth looks to be a little bit different now. I feel like the white part is, I don't know, a little bit more of it now. Looks like his mouth is open slightly more than it was before. Yeah, definitely a little bit. The eyes, he doesn't have a plastic eye plate, so that's kind of cool. A lot of cars do, made from Thailand. He does have the opaque windows, though, so that's a change. Before he had the black, kind of like, well, I wouldn't say see-through, but they are black windows. Now they're like light gray. And even though I don't care for them as much, they are more accurate technically, so I'll take it. I love his rims and his tires, how they have the red, kind of like red walls instead of white walls, because it's not red trim, because it's actually on his like black tire parts. So that's cool. He has the gray rims, very nicely painted. Before, I don't know, it looked a bit more like silverized, now it looks like gray. Thailand does that a lot, I don't know why. Same with the, well, not really, I guess they were gray before, the exhaust. I was just expecting them to be silver before, but no, I guess they were kind of like that color before. They are supposed to be silver though, so they were gray before. They're still gray now. The artwork shows them to be silver though, so that's a little bit strange, but you can tell the artwork doesn't even show the flames fully ignited. Here they're like full like fire flames, and it's so cool. I remember before on the Chinese one you had to actually stick in the one flame from the bottom, so now you don't have to do that. Obviously we didn't have to do any assembly. I think it was this flame on his left side, I believe. Anyways, the date stamp. Well, let's read this date stamp. Yeah, this was 1593 for the old Chinese one. And the new Thailand one says T29A, meaning he was made on the 29th week of 2024. So, about halfway through the year or so. Nice black line on the side. Says his name over his back fender, Snot Rod. And then on his license plate, it says Snot Rod, of course, very cool. Keeping in line with the other tuners, except for DJ, who doesn't have a license plate. And then on top it says, try to zoom it in so you guys can see, but it does say Drag City. So that's where Snot Rod was presumably from before. Probably not anymore, he probably just never really changed his license plate. But I don't know, pretty cool. Probably where he lived before he moved to, I don't know, wherever he lives out west. Probably, I assume all the tuners live around Arizona, or maybe the books lied. Maybe they still live in their original spots. They were just meeting up or something. I don't know. It says SR on that black line over the license plate there. Very, very cool. I just love how like the suspension Snot Rod has in the back. It's very cool. He's so high up in the back, so low in the front. I mean, I just love Snot Rod. He is based off of a Dodge Challenger, 1971 apparently it said online. Dodge Challenger RT. And his model make name is Bragatron Road Burner. Make and model. So that's pretty cool. Nice silver base too. Very, very silver, which is cool. We don't really get silver bases very often with these cars, so that's cool. But here he is next to the original Snot Rod. They both don't look like that much different from each other, but there's definitely some changes for the better. I definitely like the blown engine more now. I don't like the little lines running through the top of it, but that's whatever. And the flames, I think they look a bit better now. Probably a bit more see-through. They weren't as see-through before. It's funny because there is another variant of the Chinese one that has really opaque flames. You cannot see through them at all. And that one's very rare. And I think that I had the translucent flames, which isn't really rare. I know there is a variant of them though that's really rare, and you can't see through the flames at all. So I don't know. You can kind of see through mine, but yeah, I must have the less rare one, the more common one, I'd assume. I doubt I got the rare one. That would have been completely by chance. But anyways, yeah, all the decals look pretty good, I would say. He's a really cool looking car. I'm glad they made the windows opaque. It's more accurate now. The blown engine looks better. The flames look kind of better, like I said. So yeah, overall, just very, very cool. I think Snot Rod did I think Thailand did a really good job with Snot Rod. Yeah, Snot Rod did a good job with Snot Rod. That makes sense. Anyways, here's the mini racer. Unfortunately, we don't have the tuners with flames as mini racers, but I doubt we'll ever get them. I don't even know if we'll get boost as a mini racer at all. You know, they just have one more to do, and they won't do it. By the way, I just got Wingo as a mini racer. Got him from Mr. Docket, so I'll be reviewing him before long. So yeah, I guess that means more tuners action coming soon to the Cars Garage. But anyways, oh yeah, I did want to point out, he is voiced by Lou Romano in the first Cars movie. And apparently he's a Pixar design artist. I don't know if that's the same Lou Romano that appeared in the show Everybody Loves Raymond. But I don't know. I watched that show a lot with my dad. And obviously Ray Romano's in that. You know, the voice of Manny from Ice Age and stuff like that. He voices like other characters too. Like Remy from... not Remy. Who's that guy? Linguini, I think. Oh, the main character guy from Ratatouille. I think he voices someone in The Incredibles too. Either way, yeah, Snot Rod with Flames from Thailand looks great. Good job, Thailand, for once. Hopefully I'll be able to review Boost with Flames soon, assuming I can get a second one. And yeah, then I guess we'll be done with the tuners with Flames from Thailand. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time right here on the Cars Garage.